Okay, so this is section 9.2, special right triangles. Our learning target, I know how to use special right triangles to find side lengths, okay? This is actually like a shortcut, all right? You can always use Pythagorean theorem, but these formulas that I'm going to introduce today, it's in your reference sheet, okay? So you can always refer to your reference sheet for these formulas if you need to, so you don't need to memorize these. So let's see, special right triangles. There are two special right triangles that have special lengths for the hypotenuse and the two legs. Okay, one we say is the 45, 45, 90. Okay, so for 45, 45, 90 degrees, right? If the legs are x, okay, the hypotenuse is going to be x square root of 2. Okay, so x times square root of 2. So if this is 3, then this is going to be 3 square root of 2. Okay. The other special right triangle is the 30, 60, 90. Okay, so for the 30, 60, 90, we have a short leg, a long leg, and the hypotenuse. Okay, so if the short leg is x, the hypotenuse is 2 times x, and the long leg is going to be x times the square root of 3. Okay, so let's see over here the formulas and how to apply them. So for the 44, 45, 45, 90, right, the hypotenuse is square root of 2 times as long as the leg. Okay, so again, here we have the triangle with x, and x square root of 2. Okay, so here are the formulas. If you don't have the hypotenuse, you're looking for the hypotenuse, you take the length of the leg and you multiply by the square root of 2. If you're looking for the leg, okay, you can take the hypotenuse and divide by the square root of 2. Okay, so let's look at this first example here. Here, the hypotenuse is 5 square root of 2. So if we look at the formula, x would be the 5, okay, and the square root of 2 right there, okay? So that means that the two legs are going to be 5 and 5, okay? Now, this one here, I have the leg, okay? This is also a 45, 45, 90. I have the leg, and I'm looking for the hypotenuse, okay? So here, if I have the leg, and I'm looking for the hypotenuse, I'm going to use the first formula, right? Hypotenuse equals the leg, which is 15, times the square root of 2. Okay, so the hypotenuse is 15 square root of 2. Here, you can put this in the formula too. We know the leg is equal to, so the leg equals 2, the hypotenuse divided by square root of 2. So here I have 5 square root of 2, which is the hypotenuse. If I divide it by this by square root of 2, the square root of 2's cancel out, and the leg equals to 5. Okay? All right. Let's take a look at the 30, 60, 90. Okay? So the 30, 60, 90, the hypotenuse is twice as long as the shorter leg, and the longer leg is square root of 3 times as long as the shorter leg. Okay, so here we have, again, the triangle with the formulas. Okay, and remember, these formulas are in your reference sheet. Short leg is x, hypotenuse is 2 times x, and the long leg is x square root of 3. Okay, so over here, I have this 30, 60, 90 triangle. I have the hypotenuse. Okay, here are the formulas. If you're looking for the hypotenuse, you use this formula, 2 times the short leg. If you're looking for the long leg, you can use short leg times square root of 3. If you're looking for the short leg, that's equal to hypotenuse divided by 2, or this is a misspell here. Short leg is also equal to the long leg divided by the square root of 3. Okay, so for this one here, look, we have, we're looking for both the short leg and the long leg. Short leg is always across from the 30-degree angle, okay? Short leg. And the long leg is across from the 60, okay? So this is the long leg. All right, so let's find let's find the short leg first using the hypotenuse. So here we go. Short leg equals hypotenuse divided by 2. So short leg equals the hypotenuse, which is 10 divided by 2. Okay, so in this case, the short leg equals 5. Okay, so we found the short leg. Now the long leg. The long leg, we gotta use the short leg times the square root of 3. So the long leg equals the short leg, which is 5, times the square root of 3. Let's look at this example here. So here's the 30 degrees, here's the 60 degrees. The long leg is 20, okay? So remember, this is the long leg because it's across from the 60 degree, okay? So the long leg, so if we're looking for the short leg using the long leg, okay? Right here, short leg equals long leg divided by the square root of 3, okay? So short leg equals long leg, which is 20, divided by square root of 3. Okay, now here's what it gets a little tricky. You have to remember, it's not allowed to have a square root in the denominator. So to get rid of that, we rationalize the denominator. What does that mean? I'm going to take the square root that's on the denominator, and I'm going to multiply it by that, both on the denominator and the numerator, okay? So I end up with short leg equals, here, 20 times square root of 3 gives me 20 square root of 3, okay? And square root of 3 times square root of 3 is going to give me 3, okay? Because 3 times 3 is 9, square root of 9 gives you 3, okay? So the short leg is 20 square root of 3 divided by square root of 3, okay? So we found the short leg. Now we're going to find the hypotenuse using the short leg. So it's 2 times the short leg. So the hypotenuse equals 2 times the short leg. The short leg is, so 2 times 20 square root of 3 divided by 3. So here all you have to do is do 2 times 20, okay? So we end up with hypotenuse equals 40 square root of 3 over 3. Okay, so that's the hypotenuse, okay, for that problem. Okay, so now for this one, we have the short leg, okay, so this is the short leg, and that's 8, okay? So to find the hypotenuse, we know that the hypotenuse is 2 times the short leg, so the hypotenuse is going to be 16, okay? Hypotenuse equals 2 times 8, which is 16, okay? The long leg is the short leg times square root of 3. So long leg equals short leg times the square root of 3. So it's 8 square root of 3. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you to do this practice on your own. So you have 3 problems here. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, use the examples above and the formulas.